What's that?
Oh, somebody's feisty.
Time.
How fun!
For the crown!
Long ago, on an evening marked by murder and mayhem, there was a gathering of the world's most ingenious detectives, who, if you can believe it, were also the world's most cunning murderers. They had devised a unique competition where they earned points for solving crimes and points for committing them. Each detective had a stash of 2 murder weapons. Look at the prompt on your device to see the first one you'll draw. But be cautious. As a murderer, you also have a calling card, a letter from your own name that you must include in your drawings. Do your best to hide the letter as part of the image, like so. If your calling card is too obvious, your fellow detectives may spot it and trace the weapon back to you. Draw 2 weapons and hide your calling card now. By the way, if you've played before, you can turn off tutorials in the settings menu. I promise not to take it personally. If you're still on your first weapon, it's about time to move on to your second.
There you are.
Time's almost up. To assist in their plans, each detective had a secret accomplice disguised as a party guest. Use your device to give your guest a name. Any clever moniker will do, but don't leave any clues to your own identity. Excellent. Now, look sharp. The ball is about to begin.
Everyone, your attention please. Please welcome our honorees for the evening, the world's greatest detectives.
Such enthusiasm. Almost a shame you're going to spoil his party.
I'm your host, Lord Tippett. I'm something of an amateur sleuth myself. Oh, you brought gifts. You can set them down anywhere.
Looks like one of your drawings is out in the open just as well. These gifts represent every type of weapon you'll see this evening, and no detective draws the same weapon twice.
Oh, and let's have a warm welcome for your esteemed guests. Wonderful. Now, let's just... What in blazes? I can't see a thing. Fortunately, my sense of smell remains perfect. At least with you all around, we can be sure there won't be any foul play.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure. Time for the fun part. Choose a guest to murder on your device. Then guess which detective brought them to the ball. Use your knowledge of what your fellow detectives may have written, or simply take a stab in the dark. If you're the first to figure out who brought a guest, your murder is successful, but your weapon will be left behind as evidence. And get on with it before the lights come back.
Does anyone have a lamp? Preferably an expensive one. Bennington, is the chandelier voice activated? Lights on? I hope the ice sculptures haven't melted. Finally found the fuse, but dear Lord! 4 of our guests have been murdered!
Each successful murder earns a point for the murderer. And the longer you get away with it, the more you can earn.
Well, at least the world's greatest detectives happen to be here. What a stroke of luck. To my amateur detective board. Aha! We've found the murder weapons. Let's start by looking at just 2 of these instruments of death. If we look carefully, we can tell how many vicious attempts were made on each guest's life.
And if you brought one of these guests, each of those attempts earns you points.
This is odd. If I didn't know better, I'd say these weapons are the same as some of the gifts you all brought.
What a coincidence.
Unfortunately, we really only have time to solve one of these cases.
That means the other murderer will get away, for now.
Examine the evidence and talk through your theories. Choose the case you have the best chance of solving.
Interesting.
Aha!
Let's
right
continue.
Here. Come now. Let's see. Yoo-hoo.
Excellent. We have our case. You there. Since you brought this guest, I'm letting you borrow my lucky magnifying glass. Use your device to move it over the evidence for a closer look. Now, everyone hurry and vote for who murdered this guest.
Perhaps. On with it.
Whoever has the most
Yes,
votes when
yes.
time runs out will be convicted.
All right. My.
You're accusing one of your colleagues? Fess up, detective. Are you innocent or guilty of this crime?
I knew you'd get it wrong.
Oh, whoopsie-doo. Still, if any of you did vote for the actual guilty party, I'll see to it you're rewarded with points at the end of the night.
And as for our escaped murderer, keep lying low and there will be even more points in your future.
There's one pair of murders left to examine. My suggestion for this round is to do a better job. What senseless violence.
Senseless, but not pointless.
All right, you know what to do.
And if you're a murderer, deflect suspicion onto the other case. Your life depends on it, or at least your sterling reputation.
There.
Yes, yes.
Aha. I've got it.
Since you brought this guest, you get control of the magnifying glass. And the rest of you, feel free to yell at them if they miss something. I hope you all know who did it, because I am totally in the dark here.
Well, we can eliminate 2 suspects. Their drawings for this weapon are right in front of us.
Oh? My.
Fascinating. I see.
Did I mention that your
On
calling
with it.
cards aren't necessarily unique? It's possible for 2 murderers to have the same letter, in case that's of interest.
What do you have to say for yourself?
It was only logical.
Unfortunately, the police station was washed away in the storm, so I can't take you in until I dig up a canoe. Great work solving that case. I'm keeping track of who votes for the guilty party, and awarding each of you points when you're right, even when the rest of the group gets it wrong. As for the murders we didn't get to, I promise we'll get to it later. Now, all of you... Oh, phooey!
It looks like we're running low on weapons and guests. Draw 2 more weapons using the prompts on your device. You'll be hiding the same letter, but it may look a bit different than before. That's half your time. I hope you used it wisely.
Excellent.
Yes.
You're almost out of time.
Perfect.
Now enter a name name for your new accomplice. Remember, an accomplice that no one tries to murder doesn't do you any good. Give them a name that stands out.
Indeed.
First rate.
True artistry.
Did I hear the door? I think we have some newcomers. Please join me in welcoming our new guests. There's still time for me to get a smooch before midnight.